Men are coming out of the closet. Black men. NBA star Kyrie Irving. Comedic superstar Dave Chappelle. Former NBA player turned YouTuber Kwame Brown. Black men are escaping the cages that the matriarchy, the LGBTQ movement, and liberal orthodoxy constructed to tame, house, and emasculate us over the last 6 decades. You guys remember back in July, I wrote a column, I did a fire starter that touched on the 1965 Moneyhand Report, the Negro family, the case for national action. Daniel Patrick Moneyhand worked in President Johnson's administration. The Moneyhand Report argued that America needed to fortify the black family by investing in the black man. President Johnson initially supported the Moneyhand Report. He pulled his support when leftist activists and the mainstream media framed Moneyhand's research and solution as racist. The smearing of Moneyhand and his report allowed President Johnson to pivot to his Great Society initiative, which funneled money toward women and non-traditional single-parent families. The full-scale emasculation of American men began with the rejection of the Moneyhand Report. Black men were on the front lines. We were the first casualties, the initial conquest, the original men forced to apologize for the sin of maleness and masculine values. We were taught to closet our true nature, accept roles subservient to black women, and remake the church into an institution that serves the matriarchy and the politics of Democrats. The MissionAccomplished Flag, that's been flying atop black men for a solid 40 years. We've been castrated and emasculated. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are in the process of raising that same MissionAccomplished flag over white men. Men, traditional ones with biblical values, have been made to feel ashamed of their beliefs, their nature, and the responsibilities God prescribed for them in the gospel. We're trapped in the closet. When we're out in public spaces, we adhere to the principles and sensibilities prescribed by the Church of Silicon Valley and big tech. Twitter, Facebook, Google, Instagram, YouTube, etc. They disciple us and dictate our behavior. That's why I'm so happy and inspired that Kyrie Irving, Dave Chappelle, and Kwame Brown have come out of the closet as real men. I'm hoping it's a trend. I'm hoping it will give other men the courage to come out of the closet as men. Irving is risking nearly $200 million with his decision to fight the NBA's vaccine policies. The Nets have banned him from their facilities until he takes the jab. Irving's non-compliance could be the most courageous form of athletic civil disobedience since Muhammad Ali refused induction into the United States military. It's not just the financial risks Irving is taking. Like Ali, he's defying the establishment. He's disobeying the ruling government doctrine. He's taking an unpopular position and inviting mainstream media ridicule. Irving is standing against medical tyranny and standing for American freedom. Unlike LeBron James, Colin Kaepernick, and the other China-beholden American influencers, Irving isn't crowdsourcing his actions through Twitter's rigged algorithms. The same goes for Dave Chappelle. His latest Netflix comedy special, The Closer, shredded the feminist and LGBTQ movements. When the instruments used to cage and emasculate men attacked Chappelle for his routine, Dave Chappelle didn't back down. He called them out by name. He said, and I'm quoting, "F Twitter, F NBC News, ABC News, all these stupid ass networks. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to you. This is real life. That's what Chappelle told an audience in Los Angeles. Chappelle's courage is infectious. He's allowing men, comedians in particular, to come out of the closet. Comedic legend Damon Wayans told TMZ this, quote, "I feel like Dave freed the slaves, the comedians. We were slaves to PC culture, and as artists, he's Vincent van Gogh. He's cut off his ear, and he's trying to tell us it's okay. It's okay to be a man, a heterosexual one, a Christian man, a religious man, a masculine man. It's okay to see yourself as a provider, a protector, a leader, a conqueror. Don't feel any pressure to tap into your feminine side, to believe men can get pregnant or there's virtue in wearing a dress. Do you? They're doing them. Why don't you man up and do you?" It's what Kwame Brown has been doing in 2021. Brown, the former #1 draft pick, unleashed his masculine energy on podcasters and former NBA players Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. Brown, tired of being ridiculed publicly as a bust, and challenged his critics on his YouTube platform. Brown was raw and profane and occasionally menacing. But he attracted a large audience because he was authentic. He's a good old boy from the South who delivers a message of self-responsibility and a traditional role for men. He's not homophobic. He's just not going to apologize for being a traditional man. He's not trying to display his emotional side. Emotion undermines logic and masculinity. That's why I was so disappointed to see Randy Moss on national television crying about an email that included a derogatory comment about the size of DeMaurice Smith's enormous lips. Moss has no idea that he's playing an emasculated role designed for black men 60 years ago. He swallowed the entire BLM, LGBTQ, CRT, alphabet mafia narrative arc that the black man is incapable of being the man God designed. I reject that and all who believe it. 60 years ago, the founders of the alphabet mafia removed the black man from his family, which did unprecedented damage to the black boy and established a black culture dominated by women and ruled by emotion. The white man and his family are next on the chopping block. The process has already begun. The only solution is for men to come out of the closet and join Kyrie, Chappelle, and Kwame, and join this fearless army that we've started right here.